It started on a night when the whole town went silent. No power, no streetlights, no sound of traffic, just darkness. The kind of darkness that feels alive. 17-year-old Ethan Walker sat alone in his room, headphones around his neck, staring at his phone. No signal. His digital clock froze at 11:11. Then tap, tap, tap. Someone was knocking on his window. Ethan's heart skipped. "Dad?" he whispered. Slowly he pulled the curtain aside and instantly wished he hadn't. There was someone outside, but it wasn't a person. It looked like a shadow shaped like a man. No face, no body details, just two glowing eyes, watching him, breathing, waiting. At the exact same moment, every house in Ravenwood went dark. Dogs started barking, car alarms went off, and then silence again. Across town, a girl named Lena Brooks dropped her flashlight when her radio suddenly turned on by itself. Static. Then a voice. "It's open again." The radio exploded. The next morning, Ravenwood tried to act normal. School buses ran late. Teachers avoided eye contact. Police cars patrolled non-stop. By afternoon, 7 teenagers met inside an old garage behind Ethan's house. Ethan Walker, quiet, observant, never believed in ghosts. Lena Brooks, science nerd, obsessed with parallel dimensions. Jake Miller, class clown, hiding fear behind jokes. Noah Reed, tech genius, social outcast. Chris Hall, athletic, brave, reckless. Mia Turner, sharp instincts, never wrong about people. Lucas Gray, the youngest, always seeing things others miss. Ethan showed them his hand. Right in the center of his palm was a strange burned-like symbol. It looked ancient and alive. Lena's face drained of color. "That mark," she whispered. "I've seen it before." Lena pulled out a dusty folder she had stolen from her father's office. He worked at the old Ravenwood Research Facility, a place shut down in 2004. Inside the file was a single sentence. "Subjects exposed to the dark signal may experience visions, markings, and contact from the other side." Ethan swallowed. "What other side?" Lena looked up slowly. "Not hell," she said. "Worse." That night, the group sneaked into the forest outside town, past the warning signs, past the broken fence, to the place locals refused to talk about, the underground facility. The moment they stepped inside, the air changed. Cold, heavy, wrong. Noah's device started beeping. "Guys," he said quietly, "there's a signal down here." "Like Wi-Fi?" Jake asked. Noah shook his head. "No, like something calling us." Lights flickered, a hallway door slammed shut behind them, and from the darkness ahead, a voice echoed. Not loud, not angry, calm. "Ethan Walker." Ethan froze. "I didn't say my name," he whispered. The voice continued. "You opened the door." The wall started bleeding black shadows. Mia screamed. Lucas pointed forward, shaking. "It's coming!" Out of the darkness, a figure stepped forward. Tall, twisted, human, but wrong. Its eyes locked onto Ethan, and it smiled. "You don't remember me? But I remember how you screamed." The lights went out. The lights didn't just go out. They were taken. Like something swallowed the electricity itself. Pitch black. No echoes. No wind. No sound of the forest above them. Just breathing. Fast. Panicked. Too loud. "Everyone stay close," Chris whispered. Ethan couldn't move. That thing's voice was still in his head. "You don't remember me." His palm burned. The symbol glowed faintly red, lighting the hallway for half a second. and that was enough to see it. The walls weren't walls anymore. They were moving, pulsing, like veins. Mia grabbed Ethan's arm. "This place is alive!" Noah's device screamed, then died. Static filled the hallway, and suddenly a scream, high-pitched, terrified. "Lucas!" Jake shouted. Silence. They turned back. Lucas was gone. No footsteps, no shadow, no blood, just his flashlight on the floor, still on, pointing toward a door that hadn't been there before, a metal door covered in warning labels. Lena stepped back. That door was sealed. I saw the blueprints. The handle turned by itself. The door opened into a room that broke logic. It was bigger on the inside, endless, a red sky above them, black ground beneath, and structures in the distance that looked like buildings, but bent, broken, wrong. Ethan felt it immediately. This place knew him. The symbol on his hand burned hotter, and then he saw it, a kid, about 10 years old, standing alone, staring at them. "Lucas?" Mia whispered. The boy slowly looked up. Same height, same clothes, but his eyes were empty, like windows with nothing behind them. "I didn't leave," the boy said. His voice echoed twice. "I was taken." Lena fell to her knees. "This isn't another room," she said. "This is the other side." Jake laughed nervously. "Okay, cool, nope, I'm out." But the door behind them was gone, replaced by darkness. The fake Lucas smiled wider. "He's not here anymore, but you can join him." Something moved behind the boy, something huge, something old. Chris grabbed a pipe from the floor. "Run, now!" The ground cracked as they ran. Buildings shifted. Paths changed. The sky screamed. Yes, screamed. Ethan stumbled. Hands grabbed him from the shadows. Cold. Too many fingers. He yelled. And suddenly, the symbol on his palm exploded with light. Everything froze. The shadows recoiled. The fake Lucas collapsed, twitching. Lena stared at Ethan. "You're connected to this place." Ethan shook. "I've never been here," a voice answered, from everywhere. "You were born here." They woke up in the forest. Morning sunlight, birds chirping. The facility entrance was sealed again, like nothing happened. Except Lucas. Lucas didn't come back. Police said he ran away. News said troubled kid. Parents said accident. But the 6 of them knew the truth. Lena opened her father's old file again, a page they missed before. Her hands trembled. She looked at Ethan. "You weren't exposed to the dark signal," she said quietly. "You were created by it." That night, Ethan stood in front of his mirror. Behind his reflection, the shadow man stood smiling, this time close enough to touch. "We're running out of time," it said. "They're coming back for you." The mirror cracked. The mirror didn't shatter. It melted, like glass turning into liquid, sliding down the wall in slow motion. Ethan stumbled back, his heart pounding. The shadow behind him didn't move. It didn't need to. It already had his attention. "You were never meant to grow up," the thing whispered. "You were supposed to open the door." The room went cold. Then everything snapped back to normal. The mirror was fine. The shadow was gone. But the mark on Ethan's hand was darker now, sharper, almost complete. Ravenwood didn't feel like a town anymore. It felt like a trap. Streetlights flickered even during the day. People forgot conversations mid-sentence. Animals avoided certain streets completely. And then the military trucks arrived. No sirens, no announcements. Just black vehicles with no plates. They parked near the old research facility, near the school, near Ethan's house. Lena saw them first. "They're back," she whispered. Jake tried to joke. "Cool, government cosplay." No one laughed. Noah hacked into a restricted network that night. Sweat poured down his face as code flew across the screen. "I shouldn't be able to see this," he said, "but it's like they want us to." The file opened. Project name, Dark Signal. Purpose, interdimensional access. Primary key, subject 0 status. Located. Mia swallowed. "That's you." Ethan felt sick. Another line appeared. Retrieval authorized. That same night, a drone hovered outside Ethan's window. Silent. Red light blinking. Chris grabbed a baseball bat. "We need to move him." Too late. A knock echoed through the house. Not loud. Confident. 3 men stood outside. Black uniforms. No badges. One of them smiled politely. "Ethan Walker," he said. "We'd like to talk." Inside the black truck, Ethan's phone lost signal instantly. The man across from him spoke calmly. "We know you're scared," he said, "but you're not in danger." Ethan laughed. "That's a lie." The man didn't react. "You were part of something important," he continued. "An accident happened. We shut it down." Ethan leaned forward. "Then why does it keep calling me?" The man's smile faded. "Because it didn't shut down." At the same time, back in the garage, Noah's computer turned on by itself. A distorted video feed appeared, static, screaming wind, and Lucas. Not fully human anymore. His face flickered between normal and something else. "You have to stop them," Lucas said. "If they open it again, it won't be just one town." The feed cut. Lena whispered, "He's alive." Mia shook her head. "No, he's surviving." Ethan's truck stopped suddenly. The road ahead was gone, replaced by darkness. The shadow man stood there again. This time, the agents could see it too. They screamed. The shadow leaned down to Ethan's ear. "They lied to you," it said. "I didn't take you. They gave you to me." The truck flipped. Blackness swallowed everything. Ethan woke up in a room made of glass. Above him, scientists watched. Below him, the symbol on his hand finished forming. A woman's voice spoke over the intercom. "Subject 0 has awakened. Begin Phase 2. And somewhere far away, the dark signal pulsed. Ethan couldn't feel his legs. Glass walls surrounded him on all sides, thick and curved, like an aquarium built for a human being. Cold white lights burned his eyes. Machines hummed softly, patiently, as if they had been waiting for him. Above the glass, silhouettes moved. Scientists, soldiers, observers. A woman stepped forward, early 40s, calm face, sharp eyes. "Good morning, Ethan," she said through the intercom. "My name is Dr. Evelyn Carter." Ethan stared at her. "You locked me in a cage." Dr. Carter nodded. "Yes." No apology, no hesitation. "That's how Phase 2 begins." Dr. Carter tapped on a tablet. The glass beneath Ethan's feet lit up, revealing something below. A pit. Endless. Dark and moving. Ethan stepped back, his breath shaking. "What is that?" Dr. Carter didn't blink. "That is where your world ends," she said, "and where the next one begins." She swiped again. Screens lit up around him. Footage, old recordings, children, dozens of them, all with the same mark, all screaming, all failing. Lena's voice echoed in Ethan's head. Subject 0. "You were different," Dr. Carter continued. "You didn't break." Ethan clenched his fists. "Because you made me." Dr. Carter paused. Then quietly, she said, "Yes." Another screen turned on. A man and a woman appeared, younger, tired, terrified. Ethan's heart stopped. "That's my mom," he whispered, "and my dad." Dr. Carter's voice softened just a little. "They were scientists," she said, "not victims." The video played. Ethan's mother cried as she held a baby. Him. "If this works," his father said, shaking, "he won't belong to either world." Dr. Carter froze the frame. "They volunteered," she said. "They believed you could stabilize the dark signal." Ethan's voice cracked. "Where are they?" Dr. Carter looked away. "They crossed over," she said. "They didn't come back." Miles away in the garage, Lena suddenly grabbed her head. Mia caught her. "What is it?" "The signal," Lena gasped. "It's stronger." Noah's monitor spiked violently. "Oh no," he whispered. "They activated phase 2. Chris slammed his fist into the table. "That means Ethan's running out of time." Jake swallowed hard, or he's already gone. Back in the facility, alarms began to pulse slowly, not loud, measured. Dr. Carter spoke into a mic. "Begin synchronization." The symbol on Ethan's hand ignited with blinding light. Pain ripped through his body, not physical, existential, like being pulled in 2 directions at once. The pit below him opened wider. Something rose from it. Not the shadow man. Something older, bigger. Its voice didn't echo. It pressed directly into Ethan's mind. "You are the bridge," Ethan screamed. "No!" he gasped. "I'm not yours." The thing paused. Then it smiled. "You already are." Suddenly, every screen in the room glitched. Static. Then Lucas appeared, clearer than ever, stronger. "I told you not to open it," Lucas said. Dr. Carter shouted, "Cut the feed!" Too late. Lucas looked straight at Ethan. "You can stop this," he said. "But if you do, you won't be human anymore." Ethan met his eyes. "What do I become?" Lucas answered softly. The lock, the glass chamber, began to crack. Red light flooded the room. Dr. Carter backed away, fear finally breaking her calm. Ethan rose into the air, not floating, ascending, and for the first time, the dark signal answered to him. The facility was collapsing, glass shattered, alarms screamed, red lights flooded everything like a warning the world was too late to hear. Ethan hovered above the pit, the symbol on his hand burning like a second heart. Below him, the dark signal pulsed, alive, hungry, patient. Dr. Evelyn Carter shouted orders, but no one was listening anymore. Soldiers ran. Scientists screamed. The truth was obvious now. They had lost control. And Ethan knew something else. They always had. Lucas's voice echoed in Ethan's mind. "You can stop this, but you won't be human anymore." Ethan looked at the pit. Then he looked at the memory playing behind his eyes, his parents, their fear, their hope. They didn't create a weapon. They created a safeguard. Ethan whispered, "I was never meant to escape it." The dark signal reacted instantly. Tendrils of shadow rose toward him, gentle now, almost respectful. "You belong to us," it said. Ethan closed his eyes. "No," he said calmly, "I end with you." Above ground, Lena and the others burst into the facility's control room. They were too late to stop phase 2, but not too late to see who helped it happen. Noah stood frozen at a terminal. Mia stared at him. "Tell me you didn't." Noah's hand shook. "They promised me answers. They said Lucas could come back." Chris grabbed him. "You opened the final gate," Noah broke down. I just wanted him alive. The monitors flared. Ethan appeared on every screen, calm, focused, unrecognizable. "This isn't your fault," Ethan said through the speakers, "but it ends now." Ethan spread his arms. The symbol on his hand detached, unfolding into glowing lines that wrapped around the pit like chains made of light. The dark signal roared. The wall shook violently. Dr. Carter screamed, "If you seal it, you'll be trapped between worlds." Ethan smiled faintly. "That's the point." The darkness surged upward, trying to pull him in. Ethan let it. As the shadows wrapped around him, he spoke one last time. "To anyone who hears this, Ravenwood is safe." The light collapsed inward. The pit closed. Silence fell. Ravenwood woke up the next morning like nothing had happened. No blackout, no facility, no military trucks. Official reports called it a gas line collapse. Lucas was listed as missing forever. Ethan Walker never existed, except to 6 people. They met every year at the edge of the forest. Noah never touched a computer again. Chris left town. Jake stopped joking. Mia trusted her instincts more than facts. Lena became a physicist. And sometimes, when the signal dropped for just 1 second, they felt it, a presence, watching, protecting. Final scene. Years later, deep between dimensions, a figure stood alone, not human, not shadow. A gate made flesh and will. Ethan opened his eyes. The dark signal was silent, locked, and it would remain that way, as long as he existed. The world was saved not by a hero, but by someone who chose to disappear.